1999, the parish church of St. John's the Evangelist looked much as it did at the beginning of the century. The front part of St. John's School, opposite, was the original school, and that's unchanged since the beginning of the 20th century. In the early 1940s, it was extended with prefabs, which were replaced by today's buildings in the 1950s and 70s. Oldest of all, of course, was the 350-year-old windmill, which spent almost half its life in Chesham before being moved here by the Duke of Buckingham, because it wasn't windy enough in Chesham. It certainly is here. By contrast, there was no village hall at the beginning of the 20th century. The first village hall was the officers' mess, bought from Halton Camp and transported here by horse and cart in 1923. And looking from the road, it was this front part of the left-hand end of the village hall. A kitchen and toilet facilities were added in the 1950s, and then in the 1970s it had its final extensions. In the 90s the outer structure was leaking and would not have been usable much longer. So villagers, led by the dedicated and very hard-working Village Hall Committee, supported by all village organisations, ran a wide variety of functions to collect half the money needed to build the new Millennium Hall, and the other half, hopefully, to be provided by the Millennium Commission. To the right of the front car park and the footpath was a phone and 2 seats commemorating Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee in 1977. And as you entered the hall, there were the ladies' toilets on the left and the men's on the right, and a variety of plaques facing you. One of the most loved features was the richly stained, warm toning of the wooden floor and ceiling. And the final kitchen was well furnished to the latest hygiene standards.